My lady, you look disturbed. Oh, it's you, the guest. Your name was Barnabas, my lady. Yes, you're the strange heathen. I suppose that's a fair description. I suppose it is. What troubles you, my lady? I don't know what you know of our faith, but I seek signs. I seek signs of Jack, of the spirits, of anything that shows that this world is still worth living in after everything that's happened. What do you see in the mists? I see darkness. I see horrid beasts, greater than whales. I see fear. I don't usually speak with strangers like this. Yes, I have that effect on people sometimes. My lady, what you seek cannot be found in the Fogwalker's faith. What you're seeing is the great ancients from the deep. The great ancients from the deep? Yes, creatures from the sea brought to this world in the war that ended the old great ones. These deep beasts must be held at bay. That is the purpose of my strange heathen faith, as you said. Why did you come here? I was following a legend. The legend said that there was a great warrior here in the north with a crest that bore the beasts of the sea who would light the towers of light and protect us all from the horrors that come from the deep places. Is that, I do not know if that's you, my lady, but we could find out. Hello and welcome, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3, new and old friends alike. We are here with something new, something special. We are playing After the End. That's right. This mod is amazing. It's a post-apocalyptic North America, South America map. It is, well, I don't know what to say. It's just spectacular. The amount of work that went into bringing this mod into CK3 is apparent just in every little thing about it. This right here in front of us is the character we're playing. She is, well, she's fun. She starts in an awkward position, but I have the strangest reasoning for this, and we're going to both first talk about the strange reasoning, and then we're going to talk about the actual backstory. So here we go. Gonna go to new game. We're gonna go to play as any ruler in 2666. I love this load art. I love the new load art. It's amazing. We still get the standard load arts too, but the new ones are great. So here we are, North America, and then South America, and there's so many little beautiful things on this map, so many little beautiful things that you can do or play. But we are going to go up to Atlantic Canada, and we are going to be playing here in Little Cornerbrook. We're going to be playing with somebody with no player heir and a patrilineal marriage, Grace Cornerbrook, because this crest is amazing. That's it. That's why we picked her. Our little backstory we have for her is going to be that she was in a marriage with a man that she thought was fine, you know. Her children were going to take his name and take over the land that she has ruled as a chief, the land that her father and her father's father ruled before. She used to go down to the sea to see if she could see the fae spirits there. Maybe see a sign of Jack in the water. But she didn't see anything except darkness. And eventually that made her very, very sad. Until one day, she met a man who started her on the path of embracing the darkness. Okay, let's begin. Our Newfee Chieftess Grace of Cornerbrook here is having real religious doubts. She has children with this man of the Pequot dynasty, but she doesn't want them to inherit. Well, that's not true. She does want her children to have a legacy. All of them, including his children. She She just wants to preserve her family. She has been spending a lot of time getting close in the background to another man who came and visited a short time ago. Let's see if we can find him. Let's go into here and do Fathomless occultery. And we've chosen Barnabas here. He's 29-year-old. He's quite handsome. And he is devoted to his strange, fearful faith. Let's just read the description so you can understand what this is about. Along the mist-sprayed rocky shores of New England, the followers of Fathomless occultery believe that they keep the fragile equilibrium of the world in balance. They stand as guardians, shrouded in the cold, dark aura that echoes the desolate whispers of a forsaken enlightenment. The deep ones, beckoned by the recklessness of the old world's so-called Great Awakening, destroyed the old world that forsook the ancient safeguards, leaving the pitiful few who tended the lights to seek refuge on these shores. The faithful's aversion to outsiders and their ideas serves as a crucial linchpin in maintaining the delicate balance of the new world. For any lapse of vigilance may cause the lights to falter, and the protective barrier that wards the deep ones will collapse, to usher in an era of intractable madness, unending famine, and unfathomable terror that shall consume the world. In the deep there are horrid things, and we must maintain the houses of light in order to stop them from spreading. Our poor, listless, middle-aged chieftess here. She stopped looking to the sea and seeing Jack and the spirits and the great fish, and she started just seeing dark danger. Her husband didn't understand, and so she began talking to a visitor from the south, Barnabas, of the Chowder folk, and he told her that her fears were correct, but if the house of the great deep, Laverty, were to erect lighthouses on her island, the defense against those in the deep would be stronger than it has ever been. And so she has taken his words. She has decided that more than just consolidating the land of the Newfees and placing lighthouses on their shores, she wishes to unify the entire region. But she has doubts. Because she has doubts, she hasn't given up her own faith yet. Additionally, those around her have expectations of her that she must fulfill. It's too soon. No. The time of the rise of the House of Laverty and the building of the great Houses of Light will come one day. But that day is not yet. First, she must prepare. And we begin preparing by marrying Barnabas, and we will immediately seduce him. Barnabas is a shy man, fitting his dedication to the Fathomless, but he is just like her, and generous, which has created that connection between them, because she's just as well, and brave. Very brave. Let's begin now with our usual starts, because we need to make sure that we are strong it is absolutely essential that we make ourselves strong quickly. So we're going to raise our Jolly Rovers to maximum. And we're going to add one more onager, which uses up all of our prestige, but that's fine. We'll get it back. We'll get it back. And we don't need much prestige for our first move, which is going to come soon. So let's look in our court and see if we can fix this. So this is Levi. Levi is one of my screechers, so he's a knight. He is not really good at the task that's been assigned to him, but he would be a better marshal than Clooney. Clooney really has no position on our council. So we'll put Levi in as the marshal and fire Clooney. We need a chancellor. Wolfray would make an excellent chancellor. Well, no, he would make an adequate chancellor. So we will place him there. Got Gordon here. Not that great at anything, but our ex-husband, one of our knights, can take the position of steward. And Ella here isn't that great a spy master, but Naomi on the other hand, she's definitely a decent spy master. So we have a competent council. We're pretty good at diplomacy. We're pretty good at stewardship, and our education is in martial. We want to be leading our own armies, so I think we're going to just take strategy focus, and we already have strategy focus as our first education trait. We're probably going to finish strategist, and then I think we're going to switch to learning, because I would like to get to the point in here where she can change her faith. No, that's apostate. It's here under scholar, right? Yeah, faith conversion cost. So she'll want to get these 3 so that she can change her faith. But it's going to be a while. It's going to take some time. She's starting to accept her duty as the lady of the beasts of the depth. But she's not 100% convinced. She is convinced that she needs to do radical things to change the way her life was going, which is why she divorced her husband. She's not yet convinced that she needs to betray Jack and the spirits for the deep. Now, our knights are actually not so bad. We'll get our husband to be a screecher as well. We do need to fill in some basic positions. Let's actually begin with an accolade. Is Reeve? What does Reeve do? This is... looks like it's related to tournaments. And it gives me 2 stewardship. It's not a bad thing. That's more money. That's at the top, of course. At the beginning, it just gives me vassal opinion. Okay. I can see Reeve. Stalwart is also good. Starts with travel safety and eventually gives us some army toughness. At rank 3. I think we're going to take the Stalwart. I think we're going to make Levi our knight. Stalwart in the hills is great, so... Oh, we don't have the... Of course we don't. We don't have the prestige. Well, we'll have to wait. We'll get some prestige pretty soon anyway. Definitely want our daughter to serve as a knight. Let's look at our court positions. We need a physician. There's nobody useful. That's okay. Probably what we need is somebody with a better learning education and at least a decent learning, so we'll look for them. We don't really need an antiquarian. We will need a wet nurse because we intend to have more kids, but I don't know that we're going to find one better. We should marry our wet nurse, though. because if we make her our wet nurse, her getting married will mean that she's likely to have children. Now let's just make sure that we're on male for her. Maybe we bring in someone with a high prowess if someone like that exists. He has an 11, that's not bad. Alternatively, we could bring in someone with a high learning. If we can find someone with a good learning education. The learning education is an important part of it, because if we use her to bring in a doctor, they have to have learning education and learning, because it increases their chance of being a good doctor. What I think we're going to do instead, though, is we're going to give her the prowess wedding. Look at my guest here. He's a 10. He's only 1 less, and he's a lot younger. So let's do this. Send that proposal. And then we're going to make her our wet nurse. Even though she's not very good. She's young, so she has lots of time to learn at least. I'd like to have a master of the hunt. My husband would be a good one. So would my daughter. I think we'll put my daughter into that position. We don't need a seneschal yet. We don't have enough territory. A personal champion might be useful. They're only average, so we won't do that. Court chronicler. Her husband is an average court chronicler. I don't know how much they've worked on legends inside this mod. I don't know much about it at all. I'm trying to learn it as I go. So it might not be that the court chronicler helps that much. What else do we got here that we need? We need a caravan master. They're all poor. Probably want to try to bring somebody in for that. Someone with learning and stewardship. Maybe if we get a good doctor, we can get a good doctor who also fills that role. I think those are the only required positions, so we need to find somebody to be our court physician and hopefully our caravan master. We don't want to invest all of our money in positions right away, because if we do, well, we'll have no money. And we do need some. Alright, let's see if we can find unmarried people. Let's find a new wife for my ex-husband. We will make this female. We are realistically looking for somebody with high learning. Preferably high learning and high stewardship. That's because that could lead to us finding a good doctor. Like, I bet she would be a good doctor. Hudsonian, that's quite far away. And she's a Protestant. But she's fecund. And she has children. That's interesting. She would probably be a better wet nurse. I bet she would be a better wet nurse. I think we should do this. We might have to fire our wet nurse. I'm sorry. I think we might have to fire our wet nurse. She's landed though, right? That's a problem. Landed people can't be wet nurses, so she cannot be a wet nurse. But she can come in. Maybe she'll be a good doctor. Let's find out. Excellent. So let's see if we have found our doctor candidate. She's average. That is good enough. She definitely can't be a wet nurse, right? Because it has to be a... Yeah. Oh no, she can. Should never have hired her. Well, that sucks. You know, I didn't realize I was going to get another candidate right away. We all make mistakes sometimes. We can't demand her conversion because she's zealous. We can sway her, but that'll cancel our scheme with her husband. We can just hope that it works out over time. Try to learn her language. We have still no antiquarian. I don't think we need one. Still no decent caravan master either. Do we want to try to marry in a caravan master? You've got Gordon here. He's pretty young. Could try to bring in, like, someone with... Really have nobody with the kinds of traits we're looking for. Like, if we do a prowess marriage... Yeah. Well, we could try to see if we can find a man who can do the job. By taking our spy master here. And then she can look for men. And we can look for learning. Maybe this guy. Maybe this guy? He's stealing that guy's spy master. It's also possibly this guy? Let's see if Jabez is a good candidate. Send a proposal. Excellent. Let's see if he's not. I think we're going to stop looking for now. We don't need a caravan master right away. He's not. He's not a good caravan master. Alright, well, we'll just see if we can't marry our strong neighbor here's son to our daughter, because I think they're the same age. Where's my daughter? My daughter. Yeah, they're the same age. They won't do it matrilineally. Oh, they will do it matrilineally. But we'll let them keep the Little John name. Do we want to? I mean, she's our heir and he's not. So no, she can keep her father's name. That's fine. That's fine. That's good stuff. And our first move is we're going to take this little island here. Because this little island is like this region's Isle of Man. It is a single duchy island that's easy for us to conquer and allow us to get a duchy title super early on. So we're not even going to wait for this. Well, maybe we should let our troops hit cap first. Probably a good idea. So we now have an alliance with our neighbor. We want to get 2 duchy titles so that we can independence grant our first child a duchy. Well, our first child with the new guy. I think that's a good idea. We are an aspiring blade master, which is pretty cool. We are a pretty stalwart defender. I love this crest, by the way. This just so necessary. We'll probably change the name once we I mean the motto once we convert. There we go. That's what we were looking for. That means we're almost full. One more month and we have all of our onagers. Got our 5 screechers. And our first main goal is just going to be to stabilize the Laverty house of the beast killers. Yeah, that's right. We are the house of the beast killers, slayers of the things in the darkness. Just raise all here. Wait, can't raise first. That doesn't make sense. You can't do that. You gotta declare war and then raise. What are we doing? Let's declare war for this county. Super cheap. And then we will erase all here and send them right in. As quick as that. Let's get this beginning. Eventually, Tiramara is going to be our target. In fact, our ancestors were kings down here in Tiramara. There are a lot of holy sites for our husband's faith, which is going to be our faith eventually in this region, and that is going to be our major goal. We're going to make a kingdom. A kingdom of defense against the deep by trying to collect all of these holy sites under a single kingdom. That, at least for now, is our goal. Control New England, the New England coast, and the Maritimes of Canada. We have captured a combatant. Let's see. 2 prisoners. This guy. And this guy. Okay. So we could negotiate for him and demand his conversion, but we could recruit him. Our faith and his faith don't get along. If we demand his conversion, he still will come. He is literally the husband of the person whose land we're trying to take. She won't ransom him, though. I think we leave him for now. Move him to the dungeon. He might escape if we leave him. We'll just leave him for now, though. And this guy's not really good for anything, I don't think. So we will take a hook. Well, he won't give us a hook. We can't demand his conversion. We could recruit him, but we aren't doing that, so I guess he stays in our prison for now. The fact he won't take a hook is a little annoying, so we'll just let him leave there, and then we can probably just let him go after the thing is over. We can't return him to her, although it doesn't really matter because she doesn't have a chance here. There's nothing she can really do about this. This is already done. We have already succeeded at taking the island, which is what we're going for. We should designate a guardian for our son by our first husband. He wants to be a diplomat. Do we know any good diplomats? We do. Our courtier here could be a good diplomat. He would actually be a better chancellor than the one I put in. That's my daughter's husband. That's who that is. This is James Littlejohn. Let's do this. I think we're going to put him in as chancellor, even though we're going to have to fire this guy. You know, lots of changes happen real fast when things are going, and things are definitely going now. There's no chance that he'd be a good caravan master, is it? Ooh, actually, Jabez is an average caravan master. He must just have not arrived yet. Well, we'll put him on. We can definitely afford to have a caravan master. We got raiders. Good, for a second I thought they were going to land on us. That would have fouled literally everything if they landed on us. That would have been wild. Just land right on top of us in the middle of our war. It's fine. It's fine. I don't even know how that would work, because we wouldn't be at war with them. They would start a siege with somebody who isn't us. Which means they wouldn't be able to fight us. Yeah, that would turn out very strange. Alright, we have broken through the walls here with our onagers, which is great. I love the fact we started with onagers. And our Jolly Rovers are great too. We should read the descriptions of some of these things just because they're fun. Right? We don't want to skip the great flavor of this. So if we click on this, we can read down here. The Jolly Rovers are bands of hunter warriors made up of free, landless Newfoundland men, lightly equipped and skilled in surviving the cold wilds of the north. They have become famous for their wild parties and wilder raids inflicted on the southern lands. Okay, so we captured someone. It is her daughter. We will ransom her daughter immediately because we could use that 50 gold. Apparently we captured her too. That's Countess Jacqueline. Yep. She's currently pregnant. Okay, we will ransom her as well for the last of her money. then we will win this war. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna just have to let that raid happen. Because I won't be able to stand up to them. Okay. Is her husband still in our prison? Of course he is. So we are going to now, we're going to negotiate his release. We're going to recruit him and demand his conversion. Good. His wife is a wanderer. She won't come, which is fine. If she ever wants to come to where her husband is, she's welcome. And he can be ransomed for a hook. He wouldn't take a hook here, but we can ransom him for a hook, which is basically the same thing. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This is tragic. Quite tragic. We're being raided, but that's fine. Not much we can really do about that raid. Let's convert the culture. Let's raise the control, but we're not going to bother to change the religion because we don't know how long we're going to be in our faith that we currently are. You know, this is not going to matter that much because it's a zero control anyway, so the biggest problem with being raided is the control loss. And we gotta fix the control there anyway. We forgot to station our Jolly Rovers. Huh. Well, they can just live here, and then we will also station these, although I don't know if there'll be any benefit to it. Oh, there is. There's a tiny benefit to it. So there we go. Our onagers are slightly better. We can create the Duchy of Magdalen, which we're going to. That's good. Okay, let's just stop. He wants to exchange hostages with us, so something expensive. We got so much stuff going on at once. Why does he want to exchange? Oh, because he's afraid of us. I mean, he's on our road to success, right? We need 2 duchy titles so that we can give our child of the island the entire duchy. And to do that, we have to hold a duchy title so that we... because you can only grant titles equal to your own, and that makes them independent. So if we make a child with our new husband a duke of the island, or should I say a high chief, then that will mean that we have to have that title to stay for ourselves, to give to our other children. Right, something expensive. A tapestry featuring his dynasty. He's lowborn. A purebred horse might be appreciated. Appreciates activity in the open sky. Making an impression in style. I think because he's a diplomat, I think we'll do that. Ah, he loved it. Wonderful. Right. That's good. And we're now part of the election for this kingdom because we hold territory that's technically de jure to it, but we're just going to vote for ourselves. That's sort of neutrality. I'm just basically saying we know there's no chance we're going to win, but we're not participating because we're not actually part of it. We don't consider ourselves part of it. We are going to do what we were going to do before, which is we're going to make... Who were we going to make? Was it going to be Levi? Yeah, the stalwart, right? Yes. So we eventually get the toughness. Let's create that accolade. You know, do we really want to do that, or would we prefer to do the Reeve? I think the Reeve is better. No, I think we're going to do this because we like accolades that make our soldiers better. Apparently, this guy is our second best stalwart guy. That's good. A lot of these people are scoundrels. It's also alright, I suppose. It's not alright they were being raided. We're gonna have to do something about that because we're gonna need money, right? We're gonna need money, so we might as well raid ourselves. So let's take our guys out. We definitely want to be doing this ourselves, and we'll raid down here. Let's see how strong this is. This is not as strong as us. Strong as us. Not as strong as us. Not as strong as us. So I think we're going to raid here, and then we'll flip around and do these two. I think that's a good choice. So let's get out there and get raiding done. We're still working, of course, on seducing our husband. Look at us. Look at us. What a warrior woman. We also want to do these raids because maybe one day we'll become a, I think it's called Raider. I think it's just literally called Raider. I don't know. This battle is very close. Our Screecher maimed one of their pillmen. Alright, that's good. That really weakens them. Our Screecher wounded this guy as well. Nice. Good outcomes, guys. Good outcomes. We definitely did well there. Let's head back up here. Puts us at 42. Let's head north to raid in here. He's going to send his troops away just as we come into raid, which is too bad for him. I mean, it's not like he would win anyway. And we're going to want to actually take this as soon as we can. All right. This is good. Raid successful. I think we're going to do this one. How strong are they? Just want to make sure we're still stronger than they are. I think our army is better than theirs. Our army is definitely better than theirs. My beloved husband, the servants have all been sent away and our bed has been decorated with seashells. As High Chieftain Barnabas enters our chambers, he smiles patiently and joins me without hesitation. All right. He's now my lover. Good. Hopefully we end up getting pregnant. Wise woman. Harriet, a woman both generous and wise, greets me graciously. I have heard of your new university, a high chiefess that favors knowledge to that extent. Would be honored to serve you. I would be honored to serve you. I have a university? Oh, it's not a university, it's a holy site. Right? Okay, she's loyal. She's better than the doctor we have. I'm confused by the fact that she thinks we have a university. Like, I mean, there is definitely a holy site here, right? But, we don't follow that faith, so I don't think that it's really actually a university. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever the game thinks is real, it's fine. We're good. We are all good. Is he out raiding too? Are we going to get away with this because he's out raiding? Oh, no. But we're still going to defeat him, though. We are a great commander. Grace is an excellent warrior woman. Ooh. Levi was wounded. And we are pregnant. While on the raid. Two of our warriors were wounded. That's not great. But we do have an adequate doctor, and I don't feel like firing her. Do I feel like firing her? I mean, we did bring her here, just... She's our wet nurse, too, right? And it'll make her unhappy. But this new person is so good. So difficult to not fire her for this person who already has the trait. Like, significantly better. Will cost me prestige. I don't want to... Do I want to give that prestige up? No, I'm gonna give her a chance. You know, I'm giving her a chance. It's fine. She can keep the job. We brought her here. We gave her the job. We're not gonna take it away from her right away. That doesn't make any sense. It's interesting that he only, like, went 1 square and then regenerated. I would have thought he would have been forced to go to sea. I mean, we are significantly stronger than them now. Oh, named Lisa? Too bad for Lisa. Oh, our husband was wounded. Levi's performing excellently, but so is our husband, I mean. A little battle wound isn't that bad a thing. Of course it gets aggravated. Of course it gets aggravated. How's he doing? Poor. Oh. That is not good. That is not good. This does not bode well for the future. And we're home. We will immediately disband. We have 79 gold. What is this for? No, we're not holding a grand tournament. We don't have the money for that. Good old hunt. Good old hunt. What else do we got here we could do? We could do a hunt. We have, like, exactly enough to do a hunt. Might be a good idea as well. Want to do a hunt? The other thing we might want to consider is saving up to do a whale hunt. We could do a whale hunt. Gives us prestige and some of our gold back, or maybe even we make a profit. Show me when I can do this. We're not going to do a whale... I think we were going to do a whale hunt. I love the idea of doing a whale hunt. I think that's really cool. I mean, hunting whales in real life is not cool, but I like it in this game. Let's see. Zachary's first teething. So you have got... He's a grown boy. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You can keep your tooth, kid. Keep your tooth. It's fine. I can't even believe that. That doesn't make any sense. Her husband is still wounded. I wonder if he's gonna get scarred. I wonder if he's gonna get scarred. Ah, I'd love to do the whale hunt first before we end this episode. So that's it. And I also want to see what the outcome of this this pregnancy is. Right? Yes. So 6 months. So we got to do 3 more months. Naomi's first words. Mama. Oh, how delightful. Huh. What else can she say? How delightful. You know, we do still love our original children, which is why we're trying to create a legacy for both our original children and our future child. This split is simply a pragmatic one, you know? I really want to do the whale hunt. A mighty pen, picking up the padded swords for a sparring match with my son, Zachary. I notice a tattered journal on the sideboard. From the cover, it seems to contain exercises and best practices pertaining to the martial arts. Zachary glances in my direction. Oh, that thing. I mostly read it for the illustrations. You can borrow it. Intriguing. Intriguing. Thank you, my son. Thank you. We do have to do this war as soon as possible, too, because we don't want him to get much stronger. He has no ally. We can always call our ally in if we have to. Right? Yep. What does that mean? Oh, my son. I have a son named Greg. And he's attractive. What a boy. Let's see. Name after a family member. The only person I can name out is Barnabas. Barnabas, yep. Dwight? Dwight O'Grace? Dwight O'Grace Laverty? Okay, Dwight O'Grace Laverty is definitely our son's name. That's a good first pick right there. That's great. You know, I'm going to leave the whale hunt to next time. I think we've been playing long enough for our first session. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me for more adventures in After the End, while we try to become the Lady of the Deep Ones, and eventually raise a family that will unify all of the Maritimes and New England under the banner of protecting the worlds from the deep horrors risen by the ancient war. Bye for now.